Yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
They don't know my name, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
They say fall and you let go, but I know I got an antidote to retain some kind of self-control. Look inside my head through a telescope. You erase all the calls from a telephone. No sense of smile, maybe tell a joke. Holding back your tears, singing minimal syllables. Yeah, look at me, at the asylum. Was a fate or mistake, cause the time ain't up. Yet the parts of my mind don't get much love. If you want in my head, come and call me up. You look like a twisted Robin Hood. Yeah, you take from the rich and the poor and us. Wearing diamond shoes where you walk your pugs in a town you create where there ain't no love.
Where do I go? Where am I alone? Not on the phone. When I'm on my own.
They don't know my name, I get through the pain. Taste it on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain. Taste it on my face like it's lemonade.
Stop taking, but still got a reflux. I drip out from the socket to a teacup. Drink up inside, look when they peep us. She's us in the belly of the beach, but outside there's a war going on your front lawn. Black Hawk, see the red dawn horizon. Blind yet I'm rising, abiding by laws of attraction. My thoughts still rising, thinking what type of knowledge gon' sink in? Life gives you limits and my only thought is drinking. Thirsty, will I be alive or dead before 30? That's all that concerns me early. Lemonade quenching my inner rage when it takes center stage way before they pouring on my grave. Minute Maid, let it set my soul ablaze on each and every way. Put me in the water for the save.
They don't know my name, I get through the pain. Taste it on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain. Taste it on my face like it's lemonade. They don't know my name, I get through the pain. Taste it on my face like it's lemonade.
Lemonade, lemonade.
Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Green Bay Packers. Timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. This is 38. You ready? 1.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Working out of the gun. Love. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
It's a game.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
That's good.
It's a first down following a gain of 3. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
The ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
56.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
5-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Made by Myles Garrett. A 2-yard pickup.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Love from the gun. And the ball comes out. Love lost it.
Baker made
points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And oh, he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 42. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, if you have man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Being chased out left. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st down, Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
8-yard line.
Love going to give this one to Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Clark in on the stop.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
Baker.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
3rd and inches.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
A pickup of 2 yards.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. From the gun, Mayfield. And this is incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Now, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Jones. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 42. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. We also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
4th down and less than a yard.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. He's time to
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And that is going to be incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this Browns defense stands tall.
Turnover.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 42. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
22 yards.
Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Number 24, Nick Chubb.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. They go play action. Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Pass intended for Jarvis Landry. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this score will stay right where it is.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he will finally be taken out of bounds as it's an enormous play there on the final snap of this first quarter. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Aaron Jones.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He's going to take off with it. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Jones, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. But the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
Yeah, the man out of the backfield gets in for the score.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Mayfield eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Zadarius Smith able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He's going to air one out. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Kevin King with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Number 33.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Love gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35. 16 yards, a 1st down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 35-yard line. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
The ball carrier.
Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Flushed out right. That is incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. And Adams has it, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 12-yard line.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. The Packers on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. The Browns D locked in on third down. Brings up 4th. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Throwing. Love. Steps away. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
Darnell Savage.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
10-yard line.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down and able to get it here to about the 16-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Mayfield down. And this will be incomplete. A physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. He was Kareem Hunt, his running back, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Mayfield on play action. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. And again, it's Mayfield. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Dean Lowry. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Here's Mayfield. he's going to go down again. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And this is picked up by the Browns. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
With the give to Nick Chubb. The tackle made at the 40.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
It's third down.
We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and now it's second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Play fake. Mayfield. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Preston Smith, his second sack of the night. So second and long, you got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level...
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Trying to get it to Landry there, but it'll be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mayfield. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Josh Jackson.
Josh Jackson. Mayfield's pass intercepted.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And some room to maneuver. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big pickup there on the run. 34 yards. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
His throw incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bailey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Mayfield with it once more. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Five yards remain on 2nd down. take this one down to the 36. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Gain of 13 yards.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Down at the 20-yard.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Pickup.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Number 30.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16.
Pickup of 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Love. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Williams. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
8-yard line.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Tackle made back at the 25.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
3rd and long for Love. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Mayfield looks to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, and all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
First down, Cleveland.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he completes it to Hunt. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
A gain of 15.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. And that'll be incomplete.
Mayfield's pass.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield off the play fake. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Preston Smith bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. It turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to it after the pick-6. Mayfield flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Zadarius Smith able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. 3rd and long for Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillen down as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this third quarter of play.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
That's a jet sweep. This is Adams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It was Jacob Phillips who was able to bring him down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Love now on 2nd down. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here.
Incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Gain of 5. It's 4th
Love
down.
going to stay out there. They'll take a chance on 4th down. On 4th down, Love. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Packers continue to roll. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Donovan Peoples-Jones on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. 7 yards, the pickup there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That one is caught by Hunt. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few minutes.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Zadarius Smith in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. From the gun, Mayfield. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. This is caught inside the 15. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They go play action. Mayfield. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. The first throw now for the backup, Keenum. And he will get in for the 2 points to get this back to a 3-score game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up. Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 22. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good.
2nd and 8.
Again, it's Jones. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. The Packers on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain of 38 there on third down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And I think the Browns got it. They did. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
A pass down the middle is fought for and hauled in. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Working out of the gun. Mayfield flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Tight end Harrison Bryant, the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for it. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
He's got it. So they convert to 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was trying to find Equanimous St. Brown, but it's going to be 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Love from the gun. Escaping the pressure right. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Love. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Denzel Ward. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To throw on 2nd and 6, Keenum. And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 17. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
The ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Play action this time with Love. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Love, they go play action now. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
16.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Packers, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to...
Top once again, yeah. I had to tighten the plan, yeah. I got it right in the end, now we on top once again. I don't want it if it ain't love, if it ain't get it away from me. Who you gon' jack if it ain't us? LABB to the bakery. Some mad that I came up. I know my granny gon' pray for me. It was just us in the vacancy. We had to get it from A to B. Wheels never felt like this. 2 seats in the hills, how I feel righteous. Blue sheets for the mills, but the deal priceless. New keys can't care what's still private. I might just double it up. Did it? Never enough, I'm with it. 5, 2, 3 on the business. Whole team got wins in the Wilson Center. I told them. What I told them. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Ayy, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top. Got a spot and it's locked to the click all in. I got ops, if he drop, I just hit my dance. I was popped, they just watched, had to take my wins. They wouldn't let me in. I've been on 10 cents. Who really holding it down? I've been holding it down and I go it again and again. Who was the dummy that died? I'm the coldest around, but he folding again and again. I'm in the what? I'm in the day. I'm doing 30 on 30 and up. You in the what? You in the way. Either you rolling the dust. You with us or what? Keep it running. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Hey. I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on 10.
They don't know my name, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
They say fall and you let go, but I know I got an antidote to retain some kind of self-control. Look inside my head through a telescope. You erase all the calls from a telephone. No sense of smile, maybe tell a joke. Holding back your tears, singing minimal syllables. Yeah, look at me, at the asylum. Was a fate or mistake, cause the time ain't up. Yet the parts of my mind don't get much love. If you want in my head, come and call me up. You look like a twisted Robin Hood. You take from the rich and the poor and us. Wearing diamond shoes where you walk your pugs in a town you create where there ain't no love.
Where do I go? Where am I alone? Not on the phone. When I'm on my own. They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
Stop taking, but still got a reflux. I drip out from the socket to a teacup. Drink up inside, look when they peep us. Shoes us in the belly of the beach, but outside there's a war going on your front lawn. Black Hawk, see the red dawn horizon. Blind yet I'm rising, abiding by laws of attraction. My thoughts still rising, thinking what type of knowledge gon' sink in? Life gives you limits and my only thought is drinking. Thirsty, will I be alive or dead before 30? That's all that concerns me early. Lemonade quenching my inner rage when it takes center stage way before they pour it on my grave. Minute Maid, let it set my soul ablaze on each and every way. Put me in the water for the save.
They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Oh.
Get out my way, Lil. Get out my way, Lil. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls, head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks. I got homies 2. I got homies that can sleep without. Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in, yeah. Drip, little bit, let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit, let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha matcha with a rockin' black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, lil' bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit,